Hello and welcome to Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I am Elvis, your host, and I'm here to let you know that this is a not safe for work podcast. We're teachers at the end of the week, and really the end of our ropes, and we'd like to be able to talk honestly and openly about our jobs without having to worry about losing them. So we'll be using pseudonyms throughout the podcast. Now, our podcast is brought to you by a huge special group of people, our patrons at Patreon. So I want to list them off because they are the most amazing, beautiful, sexy people you will ever meet in your life. Let's start off with Nicole B, Shannon E, Helena C, Aaron B, Stephanie S, Maggie M, Texas teacher Kristen, Miss Sunshine, Hattie F, James Nally J, Jody D, Samantha D, Lisa C, Rachel, Tarina, Exhausted Band Director, Kimberly K, Kim K, Jessica A, Swiffle Ev Owners, Amanda F, Ariana L, Physics Runner, Melissa V, Steph, Science Teach 17, Michael M, William P, Sarah O, Aldrich T, That's Scorpianita, Britt M, Iron Swine, Noelle R, Teresa H, Biker Teach, Caitlin L, Marsha M, Christina B, Miss Alabama, Kristen B, Jason F, Amber H, Abby B, Sarah B, Regina N, Josie S, Sam B, Lucy P, Mary E, Jamie B, Red Violin, Kristen W, Vanessa J, Mary C, RJR, Kristen C, Johanna H, Space Panties, Irma A, Nimi, Melissa M, and Sarah N. Thank you guys so much. For as little as $5 to $10 a month, you too can be a member of our Patreon and get access to about 95 different extra audio episodes that are only available on the podcast. Plus, there's an amazing Facebook group where you can meet and befriend other like-minded listeners of the podcast. I recommend it. I've made some great friends in there. And honestly, it's a cool place to socialize because they think like me. Anyway, what else do I got to cover? Oh yeah, Lud Lamb Dramatics. If you are a theater teacher or know someone in your building who is forced to teach theater, send them to ludlambdramatics.com. There are resources there for the educational theater teacher that you can't find in any teacher store. Because honestly, teacher stores don't have jack shit for theater teachers. They're just kind of left there to starve and scrounge on their own. But they're a hardy folk. They're a beautiful folk. They are people just like you, but they have cooler rooms because they can get Lud Lamb Dramatics posters in them. Anyway, go to Lud Lamb Dramatics and check it out. All right, friends, this is a shorter than normal podcast. My voice was dying. I was a little fried. It was this was over the Easter weekend. It was just a lot. And so we took some time off and we just made a shorter episode for you guys. I hope you like it. If you are craving more, go to the Patreon. There are so many more episodes in there. If not, I'll see you guys next week. Okay, enjoy this episode. Cheers!
Good. All right. Hello and welcome to Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I'm Elvis, your host, and with me today I have Count Chocolate.
Forget love. I'd rather fall in love with chocolate. What's up, y'all?
Hey. And also with us today is Ms. Bunny O'Hare. Ms. Bunny, how's your Easter going?
It's going all right. It's pretty chill around here.
I want to see pictures of Fufu and Easter stuff. I want to see the cuteness. This needs.
Oh my gosh, can we put ears on her?
Oh yeah, she needs ears.
She was feeling crummy because she's teething, so I didn't get her all dressed up because she was feeling puny today.
Yeah.
Just sneak the ears on her while she's sleeping. And they're real dental-like.
Sleepy foo-foo.
So guys, I'm kind of at the point of the year where I really don't care. Like this always happens at some point in the late spring where like you just get down, you're like, there's 4 weeks left, there's 5 weeks left, there's 3 weeks left. I don't care. I just want to get through this. And so you're pretty much just doing almost the bare minimum, and any kind of bullshit you're just not putting up with because it's like, no, I'm doing this and I'm just counting down till summer. I am a warm body at this point. And I'm curious, do you guys go through this too? Is this just me, Count, Bunny? Do you have some variation of this when you just kind of like, you're done for the year?
Do you know how many mamas I called or emailed last week because it was a lot?
Yeah.
Like, I'm done with their crap. I'm it is mid-April. You don't know how to act by now. We ain't playing. I'm done. I'm calling.
Yeah.
But as far as like teaching, now we're definitely on the autopilot portion of the show right now.
Yeah. There's not a lot of new stuff coming up right now. What about you, Count?
So I always hit this point in the spring where someone has to remind me that you just can't care more than the kids.
Yeah.
When it comes to, and in, you know, in my realm, it's about graduation and passing classes and credits and that kind of a thing. But they're just like, yeah, you just can't care more than the kids. And so, whereas my long and flowery and encouraging emails normally stand up for like the first 3.5 quarters, I'm at the point now where I'm like, hey, if you don't get a 67, you're not graduating. Please remember our policy that you will not participate in commencement activities if you don't earn all the credits.
Yeah.
Please plan for a summer graduation. And then I copy, you know, the 2 parent emails I have. And it's just that frank. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
Here it is. You know what you had to do. You've known for months, years, whatever. Get it done. And if not, I don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone I've talked to always says that it's just really, really hard to fail out of high school because there are so many people who are trying just to get the bare minimum out of you so you can just move or not be retained. And for you to pretty much just refuse or just be in a position where you feel you're unable to, I can't imagine. Because it's a really low bar, I feel like.
I think that's extremely true. We get, I had a student, I think a week ago, like, yo, just, you know, Mr. Count, just give me a break. And I was like, my friend, I'm looking at your transcript. You have failed like 14 different classes over the last 4 years.
Jeez.
You've had plenty of breaks. Like, you didn't come to school for 3 weeks straight. That was a break.
Yeah.
You slept through all of chemistry. That was a break. Like,
Yes.
I cannot give you a break. And then if I really want to get like super, super deep, I can be like, Martin Luther King never got a break. Malcolm X never got a break. Like, or something like that. But I keep trying to tell students, I'm like, guys, you had a break. Everybody else was working and you took a break. And here you are. Teachers are still trying to rally you, and you're just like finding ways to not make sure that you graduate. It is crazy.
No, jeez. Bunny, do you have any experience with this?
Yeah, I've literally got kids failing my class that like other students go, how do you fail Miss O'Hare's class? Like other students are getting on these kids like, how lazy do you have to be? Like if you do literally anything, I will work with you.
Yeah.
Give me something, but I can't grade what's not there. Like if you will give me literally anything, because it's more paperwork for me if you fail. So like work with me. Help me help you. Wasn't that the Jerry Maguire thing?
Yeah.
Yes. And I tell kids that a lot. I was like, guys, I hate paperwork. If you don't do something, like the amount of work we have to show to justify that we gave you 67 opportunities to turn in, you know, the remaining 4 assignments, and that you willingly said no via email and in person, and then had to tell your parent to say no, and your parent had to like validate that they were aware of this. Like, it is the number of opportunities we give children to be successful is so excessive. Excessive sound. Well, yeah, it's so. Yeah, I'm gonna say excessive. We give more chances than you should have, and they still find a way to not want to be their best self academically,
Or even the barest minimum of their self.
Yes,
academically.
gosh.
It's like you don't even have to try that hard. The answer is right here. Just write the answer down. It's like, no, really? You're not going to do this one thing. Why? Why?
We read a thing in my class this past week. It was a script and it was a murder mystery thing. And when it was done, they had a 1-question quiz. Who was the killer? And you would not believe how many children failed it because
Oh,
they
man.
didn't pay a single bit of attention to the play that we read out loud as a class.
Jeez.
They just completely spaced out or were looking at a phone or something.
Yeah.
Are they allowed to have phones in your school? Or like, you allowed to tell them to put them away? Or
They're not supposed to have them. We're supposed to take them up. That was at least 3 of the referrals that I wrote this last week was for kids that refused to. The school policy is that if they're caught using their phone, we're supposed to take it up.
Oh.
And they refused to hand me their phone when they got caught using their phone in class. Okay, I'll email the AP. Miss, you're doing too much. Like, I'm not trying to get in trouble with my boss because y'all don't know how to act.
I could have a student come in the chocolate office and legitimately be in a full-on like crisis, like panic attack, can't breathe, or anxiety attack or something, and they'll still be like trying to take out their phone and text someone. I'm like, hey, can we just set that down for a second and see if we can regulate your breathing really quickly?
Yeah.
Or they'll just be like, I got to text. I was like, wait a minute, what's the most important thing right here? Let's say it's you. I don't want your phone. I just want you to set it down. And then I want you to hold your hands up. And then I want you to stand and take a deep breath. And they'll still like want to reach for it. Like you can see them like twitching their hand, like just going for it. I'm like, no, just set it down. Like safe space. Like you came here because you needed help. I think your phone right now is the biggest problem. Like set that down. And it's always an issue. Gosh.
It's so addictive. It gives kids dopamine really, really easily. Just clicking through everything.
I'm not saying that to be flip. Like it's an addiction. It really is.
I, as an adult, deal with it. It sucks. But I'm good about putting it down. But still, I have to make a concerted effort to think, okay, I need to put this down for a while now. Hey, guys, guess what?
What, Elvis?
We have a Patreon!
Ooh, a Patreon.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
That sounds like fun.
It is so much fun. That's right. For as little as $5 to $10 a month, you can join the Teacher Needs a Drink Patreon, and you can get access to so much extra exclusive episodes. There's like over 90-something pieces on there now. We got like 3 or 4 more in the pipeline that are coming out any day. It's going to be amazing. So you should do that and help support us. And you get access to our great Facebook group where you can meet other like-minded patrons who kind of feel the same way you do about things. Anyway, come do it and do it now. Woohoo! Yay!
Yay!
All right. Would you rather tell every child you meet that they are adopted, or have your partner make you wear a leash whenever you are with them in public? So once again, would you rather tell every child you meet that they are adopted, or have your partner make you wear a leash whenever you are with them in public?
All right, I got a question.
All right, bring it on.
Not just a collar, but a leash, like with a whole strap in someone's hand kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I have my answer now.
All right. So what's your answer, Count?
My answer is I am ruining every childhood for a kid and telling them they are 100% adopted.
I wonder at what point parents will bind together and say, this man cannot talk to children.
Yeah, I figure at some point someone's going to have to stop me in such a manner.
What about you, buddy?
I am also doing that.
Really? The sweet bunny is just going to burst bubbles.
Oh, wow. Okay, give us some reasoning here.
Because it's not shameful to be adopted.
No.
That means your parents picked you.
That's true.
Oh.
You were definitely not an accident.
Gosh. You know, that's actually, oh gosh, there you go again. You're so wise, Bunny.
I just want to let you know you have parents out there who do love you. They're just not here.
I was gonna say, I mean, there's probably a decent amount of backstory you can give to telling someone they're adopted, and the ones that, you know, that are with you right now love you so much.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I'd like to thank my hosts who are with me today, Count and Chocolate.
Chocolate, get in my bate. Thank you for having me.
And also a big thanks to the lovely Miss Bunny O'Hare.
It was a pleasure as always.
All right, guys. I love you so much. I'm glad we're here for each other. And I'm glad you guys are out there listening. Sign up for the Patreon. And hey, if you have something you want to share with us, hit us up through the contact page of our website, teacherneedsadrinkpodcast.com. All right, my friends. Deep breaths, deep drinks. Cheers. Woohoo!
Deep breaths, deep drinks. Woohoo!
All right, friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. If this one was a little short for your taste, don't worry, we've got a lot more on our Patreon. That's right, for as little as $5, $10, you can support Teacher Needs a Drink and get access to all kinds of exclusive audio episodes that have never been released. Right now, we're getting close to almost 95 that are about to be in there. We've got episodes where it's every single host. We've got some where one type of host. We have the Sweet, the Spicy, and the Boys podcast. We have our Live from a Bar from this Saturday at the Patreon. It's awesome. You should sign up. If you have something you'd like to share with us here at Teacher Needs a Drink, you can hit us up through the contact page of teacherneedsadrinkpodcast.com. Also, I'd thank our host, Little Miss Bunny and Chocolate. Just count chocolate, everybody. It's been a week, man. This year's almost over. Can you tell I'm a little bit fried? Can you tell? Does it show? All right. Well, friends, I love you. Take care of your mental health. Go visit Ludlam Dramatics. Do all the great things. And best of all, take care of yourselves. Cheers, my friends. Cheers.